A dark cloud hung over Seoul. The crimes of Nam-gyu. Seoul, South Korea, a modern and thriving city, was suddenly gripped by fear in the mid-2000s. A wave of terror spread through the city, caused by the horrible actions of a man named Nam-gyu. From January 2004 to April 2006, Jeong's violence left 13 people dead and many others injured and traumatized. His victims, mostly women and children, were often attacked in their own homes, their safe spaces turned into places of unimaginable violence. Jeong's crimes weren't just violent acts, they were displays of pure cruelty. He enjoyed causing pain, often using blunt objects or knives to overpower his victims before killing them. The southwestern part of Seoul, especially areas with less security, became his hunting ground. The vulnerability of his victims, ranging from a teenager to a middle-aged housewife, only seemed to make him more cruel. One particularly disturbing case involved the murder of two sisters in their Bongcheondong apartment. Jeong, driven by a seemingly insatiable thirst for blood, attacked the women with a savagery that shocked even experienced investigators. This incident, along with the growing number of victims, sent shockwaves through the city and beyond. Fear became a constant companion for many as they realized a dangerous predator was among them. The South Korean media, desperate to provide answers and calm the rising panic, called Jeong the Rainy Day Killer. This nickname, while sensationalized, reflected the grim reality that Jeong often chose to attack during bad weather, using the cover of darkness and rain to hide his movements. The city, once lively and energetic, seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the next terrifying headline. The killer's modus operandi. Nam-gyu-jong's reign of terror, though seemingly driven by uncontrolled rage, was far from unplanned. He operated with a chilling method, carefully choosing his victims and meticulously covering his tracks. His crimes, though horrific, revealed a disturbing level of planning and awareness. Jeong, it seemed, was not just an impulsive killer, he was a calculating predator. His usual method often began with burglary, entering homes through unlocked doors or windows. This initial act, seemingly motivated by financial gain, quickly escalated into violence, often ending in murder. To further hide his identity and make investigations difficult, Jeong would often set fires at the crime scenes. The fires, meant to destroy evidence, only served to further frighten the community and increase the sense of fear that loomed over Seoul. Adding another layer to his calculated madness, Jeong used different weapons in different attacks. This deliberate tactic, designed to confuse investigators, showed a chilling awareness of forensic techniques. He carefully studied crime thrillers, absorbing information about police procedures and criminal psychology. This gruesome education, combined with his physical fitness routine, painted a picture of a man preparing himself for a twisted campaign of violence. His crimes were not just random acts, but carefully planned events. He would stalk his victims, learning their routines and identifying weaknesses. His meticulous planning, evident in every detail, from the choice of victims to the disposal of evidence, set him apart from typical criminals. Nam-gyu was a chilling anomaly, a monster disguised as an ordinary man. Delving into darkness. As the investigation into Nam-gyu-jong's crimes went deeper, both authorities and the public struggled with a chilling question. What would make a person commit such horrible acts? The answer, it seemed, was hidden within Jeong's mind, a dark maze of resentment, isolation, and a profound detachment from humanity. In his confessions and court appearances, Jeong often spoke of a deep hatred for society, especially wealthy people. This hatred, he claimed, came from a feeling of injustice, a belief that he had been treated unfairly and pushed aside by a system that worked against him. His previous time in prison for theft, instead of helping him change, seemed to make his anger worse, fueling a desire for revenge against those he saw as privileged and undeserving. However, beneath this claim of social injustice lay a more disturbing truth. Jeong, by his own admission, found a twisted pleasure in his crimes. He described feeling a sense of excitement while causing pain, a rush of power that came from controlling the fate of others. The fires he set, meant to cover his tracks, also served as a twisted form of entertainment for him, a visual representation of the chaos he created. Psychological evaluations described a deeply disturbed individual, suffering from antisocial personality disorder and a lack of empathy. He showed no remorse for his victims, often talking about their deaths with a chilling indifference. In their final moments, he didn't see human beings deserving of compassion, but merely obstacles in his way, objects to be controlled and discarded. Capture, trial, and the end. The reign of terror unleashed by Nam-gyu finally ended on April 24, 2006. After a struggle with a homeowner during a failed robbery attempt, he was caught and arrested. The feeling of relief that spread through Seoul was palpable, a collective sigh as the city dared to believe that the nightmare was finally over. Jeong's trial was a major media event, with every detail of his crimes examined and discussed. He remained defiant throughout the proceedings, showing little remorse and even expressing a twisted pride in his actions. On September 20, 2006, he was found guilty of 13 counts of murder and sentenced to death. However, Jeong's story didn't end there. On November 22, 2009, he was found dead in his prison cell, having taken his own life by hanging. His suicide, a final act of defiance against a society he felt had wronged him, left many questions unanswered. Some saw it as a cowardly escape from justice, while others viewed it as a tragic end to a deeply troubled life. The legacy of Nam-gyu continues to haunt South Korea. His crimes revealed vulnerabilities in society, sparking debates about social inequality, mental health care, and the death penalty. Though gone, the rainy day killer serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide beneath the surface of even the most modern and prosperous societies.